shapes of the orbitals now. Let me take the shapes of the. Now, boundary surface diagrams. Let me see here. Boundary surface diagrams from which we get the shapes of the orbitals, right? Let me see now first of all. How we get the boundary surface diagrams and shapes of the orbitals? How it possible? So generally what happened, wherever the probability of density of electron, wherever the probability of density of electron in different directions, then you will get the shapes here. By drawing wherever the density of electron is there, on directions, if you draw any diagram, what happens, the diagram is nothing but called as the shapes of the orbitals. So to represent this one, the space which is drawn wherever the probability of electron density is 95%. For example, here the probability of electron is 95% is like this. Then we draw a shape here. So that shape is nothing but what? The shape of that orbital actually. So psi square, the chi square is nothing but actually what? Is a wave function. Psi square is nothing but what? The probability of finding the electron is 95. 100% is not possible. 95%. Wherever 95% of probability of electron is there in the orbit, that is called what? Orbital. That is represented by psi square. That shape you are drawing now. Okay, that shape you are drawing. Now, remember two formulas I will give you here. And whatever we discuss the problems also, two formulas, you note down these formulas. How to calculate the number of radial and spherical nodes. The formula will be n minus L minus 1. N minus L minus 1. This is the formula for calculating what? Radial nodes. Spherical or radial nodes. What is this node means what? So just now we see orbital definition. What is the definition of orbital? The probability of finding the electron is 95%. That is called what? Orbital. So for example, you take here is what more here. So this is called orbital. Now what is node here? Node means very simple. The probability of finding the electron is 0. You are not observing any electron at that space. In this space, what happened here? You are not observing any electron here. The probability of finding the electron is 0 here. Now it is called what actually here? Node. Empty space is nothing but called node actually. The probability of finding the electron is 0 is called what? Node. The probability of finding the electron is 95%. That is called what? Orbital. So understood here. So how to calculate number of spherical nodes or radial nodes that are nothing but called n minus L minus 1. Next, one more formula is there. How to calculate the number of angular nodes here. Angular nodes here. Angular nodes nothing but what happened. It depends upon the orbital here. Which orbital it is. That is always will be formula will be L value here. The formula for this one will be L value. For example, I want to calculate how many angular nodes are there for 3p orbital or 4p orbital or 5p orbital or 5p orbital like this. So I am calculating here how many nodes are there here. How many angular nodes are there here? Angular nodes that always equal to L value. Now what is the L value here? Anybody?
1.
Here what is L value?
1.
Here what is L value?
1.
1.
3p, 4p and 5p, all these are having angular nodes are equal to how many nodes will be there? 1 node you are having. Okay, 4p, 3p or any p orbital, it may be what happened, 3p, 4p, 5p, 6p, any p it is. Its angular nodes will be 1 only. Angular nodes always is equal to L value. Now, how many radial spherical nodes will have 3p now? 3p will have how many radial nodes here? Formula is what here? N minus L minus 1. Now, N value here what? 3. Isn't it? L value for P again 1 only. Again minus 1. Formula is minus 1. So, 3 minus 1, 2, 2 minus 1. You will get 1 angular node. One radial node. For 3p, you are having one radial node. For example, I want to calculate for something called 5D. I want to calculate for 5D. Which one I am calculating? First of all, radial nodes. I am calculating here radial nodes. How to calculate the radial nodes here? Let me see here. Very simple it is. So formula will be what here? N minus L minus 1. N is equal to 5. L value for D, definitely it will be 2 only.
2.
Now you are going to get 2 radial nodes for 5D orbital. That means there are 2 nodes. That means which are having the probability of finding the electron is 0. I will show that one in the diagram. What is this node? How it looks? I will show in the graph. That will come in the next slides. But in examination, nobody asked that one. Nobody asked draw a node like that. They're asking. So first of all, we concentrate on this one, how to calculate the number of nodes. At last, how we get these nodes, radial nodes, and we will discuss in the next slides actually. So in the 5D, radial nodes are 2. How many angular nodes will be there in this case? How many angular nodes? Angular nodes equal to
2.
L. L value for this one will be 2. Now in this case, the radial nodes and angular nodes will be same. So in examination, you may guess like this. In the NEET examination or any examination or even NCERT exam, CBSE examination also like this they will. In which orbital the radial nodes and angular nodes are equal? Like that also they ask questions here. In which orbital radial nodes and angular nodes will equal? This type of questions you will get actually. Understood here? Now we will take one more problem here for the 2s. For the 2s orbital. Now how many spherical nodes? Formula will be N minus L minus 1. Anybody? Anybody?
It will be 1.
Radial nodes are how many here?
0.
Radial nodes will be 1 actually. Nodes will be what here? 0. Because value is what? 0, no? So how many angular nodes for all s orbital, even be 1s, 2s, 3p, 4s or 5s, 6s, 7s, all are having the angular nodes are how many? 0 only, isn't it? Now total number of nodes. Total number of nodes is equal to radial nodes plus angular nodes. What is the formula here for calculating total number of nodes? Radial nodes, that is N minus L minus plus 1. Angular nodes L. Now what happened? Minus L plus L get cancelled. The remaining will be N minus 1. By using N minus 1, you will get total number of nodes. This is the formula for what? Calculating the total number of nodes actually. Understood here? So for example, what are the total number of nodes for 3p orbital? Formula what we are using for total number of nodes here. For total number of nodes, so what is the formula here? N minus 1. N is equal to 3. 3 minus 2. Therefore, total number of 2. For example, 5D if I take what happens? N minus 1. N is equal to 5. 5 minus 1 is equal to 4.
4.
5D orbital, we are getting total number of nodes equal to 4 actually. Okay?
So the total number of nodes will be equal to L only, na?
Yeah, better? Yes, better.
The total number of nodes will be equal to L only.
Total number of nodes will be equal to
L.
No. How it is L? How it is L?
So because N minus 1 is equal to L.
Of course, that is how writing for L number it is. For example, you observe here what happened. 5s is there. 5s is there. Now for this one, L is equal to how much beta? For 5s orbital, L equal to how much beta? 0. Now what are the total number of nodes we are going to get? N minus 1. Now N is equal to here what? 5 minus 1. So we are getting total number of nodes are 4 actually. The total number of nodes is getting 4. It is not equal to 0 here, isn't it? Now why I am saying here that formula is correct only. N minus 1 formula for calculating L value. L is equal to what here? 5 minus 1, 4 we are getting. That means what we can write here? 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 we can write here. These are the writing how many L values are possible here. How many L values are possible with, isn't it? 5s or 5 fifth. N is equal to 5. If N is equal to 5, isn't it? How many L values are possible? You do one thing. You watch again this azimuthal quantum number, you will get that. You will get clarify that one. If you have any clarification, any doubts you are having in this regarding, you get that one by observing what happened, that video, watch that video, azimuthal quantum number you will get. So total number of nodes don't take as L value. Formula looks same. That formula is different condition. The condition is different for that formula. N minus 1, we are writing for that one how many L values are possible in that one. Okay. Observe here, but formula looks what same only, but you can't say here L is equal to 0. No, L you can't take here. Formula you can take, no problem, but L equal to 0 you can't take. So I think these are the formulas to calculate what actually, isn't it? Radial nodes, angular nodes, and total number of nodes. In examination point of view, you have to remember these three formulas here. Okay. Now you do one thing actually. I will do one thing. I will write some orbitals. You do exercise on this one. 4s orbital. Total. You have to calculate all these things. Spherical nodes, angular nodes, total number of nodes. For 4s orbital and 3d orbital. And what happened for something 6p orbital, and what happened something what happened 5d orbital. 5d already completed. No, take what happened. F is there, 4f orbital. Okay, for this you calculate these three things: spherical nodes, angular nodes, total number of nodes. So you take this one 4s. All of you take this one 4s, 3d, 6p, and 4f. Calculate the total number of nodes, angular nodes, spherical nodes. Actually. Now I move to what? Next slide. Well, let me see the diagrams here. Now this is the for s orbital. The shape, how it looking? Spherical nature. The boundaries surface diagram for what? S orbital. If you observe here, what happened? Spherical in nature. Spherical. It looks like this. Spherical nature like this. This is a spherical nature. And remember one thing, it is a non-directional. S orbital is which type of thing? Non-directional. It is not at all having any one direction actually. Spherical will not have any one direction here. Okay. Now this is for 1s orbital. This is for, as n value is increasing, the shape is increasing or not. You see, this is increasing or not. And nodes also increasing here. So whatever the empty space you are observing is the node. Here, how many nodes you are having? Only one node you are having. For 3s, how many nodes you are getting? 2 nodes you are getting. If you don't get that one, take a formula is what here? N minus 1 is the formula. Now for 3s orbital, what is the formula we are taking? 3 minus 1, that equal to 2. So how many we got here in the nodes? We got 2 nodes we got here. For 2s orbital, the formula will be again n minus 1, 2 minus 1, that equal to what? 1. Now how many nodes we got here? Only 1 node we got here. The empty space where the probability of finding the electron is 0, that is called what? Node. Now, whatever the red mark you are observing, no, the red mark, this red mark you are observing, no, this red mark is nothing but actually what? Orbital. The probability of finding the electron is here, 95% is there here. So, this is what actually I am saying, this region, this surface you are calling, this boundary surface you are calling as orbital here. Now, the shape of this orbital, how it looks actually? Spherical shape. This is called S orbital. Which orbital is it? S orbital, non-directional. So S can have 1s, 2s, 3s, 4s like that actually, right? Now what is L value for S orbital? L is equal to 0, M is equal to 0. Now in S orbital we can put how many electrons here? 2 electrons we can put. One is what? Like this, plus of like this, minus of like this. One is plus of, other is a minus of. It is spherically symmetric. See, it is a symmetric means what? Uniformly distributed like this. It is a uniformly distributed in this manner. So very simple. 3 points you need to remember. First point is S orbital shape is what? Spherical. Second point is L value is 0 and M value is always 0. Third point is we can put 2 electrons in that one. One is what? Plus of, other is what? Minus of. Very simple to remember. Next we'll move to what? P orbital. Now the shape of the P orbital will be dumbbell shape. Okay, this is a dumbbell shape. Now you are calling this one as a PZ orbital. The shape of this is nothing but for PZ orbital. How you say is a PZ orbital? See, the orbital, the dumbbell is on which axis you are observing? Z axis.
Z.
The dumbbell is on Z axis, called as PZ orbital. The dumbbell is on X axis. See, the dumbbell is on which orbit axis here? X axis. Call this one as what? PX orbital. If the dumbbell is on Y axis, see, the dumbbell is on Y axis, call this one as PY orbital. Very simple to draw like this. Okay, Z axis you draw. Then what happened? Y-axis you draw, X-axis you draw. Now this, if you take what Z-axis, Y-axis, this one you take what Y-axis, this you take what X-axis. If you take like this, if you draw any dumbbell here, this will be the Px orbital. And if you draw here, what happened? It will be Z orbital. If you draw here, what happened? It will be Py orbital. Very simple, no? To draw the diagram. In examination, they are asking, draw p orbitals shapes like that. Draw s orbital shapes like that. They are asking. Very simple to draw these diagrams. Actually, very simple. On which axis, wherever you draw dumbbell, that will be the orbital. Actually, now for p orbital, n value must be 2, 3, 4 only. You can't write 1 p. P is not possible. Already we discussed this one. Why? Because L always must be less than 1. Because here L is equal to what here? 1. L is equal to 1. This value should be lesser than n. You see, should be lesser than n is equal to, observe what happened. 2, 3, 4 something. You have to compulsory, you have to follow this one. Okay. This value 2 is less than 1. 3 is 1 is less than 2. 1 is less than 3. 1 is less than 4. Right? Correct. So in this way, you can easily understand it. Right? Next, what are the m values we are going to get here? -1, 0, +1. Already we discussed this one in the magnetic quantum number, like this. Many number of times we discussed. Again, I am drawing this one. Again, one more time also I am drawing. 3 orbitals, right? One is what actually? Px. Other is what? Pz. Next one is what? Py. The middle one I have taken as 0. Always in the last video I told you, z take as 0. And this will be -1. And this will be +1. You can also write here +1, -1 also. You can also write +1 or -1 also. So for Px, it may be -1 or it may be +1. For Py, it may be +1 or -1. For Pz, always the m value will be 0 only. This I specified in the last video. So this is about the p orbital. Px and Py orbitals can have, again, we are getting here, +1 or -1, where Pz is equal to 0 only. This is important point you need to remember. Px and Py, you may get +1 or -1, whereas Pz always will be 0 only, right? Now, s orbital, I just now told you, it is a non-directional. But p orbital is direction in nature. Yes, it is direction in nature. See, this orbital, if you observe, it is direction in nature. See, which direction is having Pz orbital? Which direction you are having? Pz orbital? Which direction you are having, beta?
Clockwise.
Balmukund? Balmukund is there? Whoever absent today, they have to write this 2 times. That is the reason I am saying all these names. Bharati is there? Bharati. Chaitanya?
Yes, sir.
Chaitanya?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes. Now you say here what happened? These are directional or not? See, Py, which direction they are having? Py? On y direction, right? So what is the
Yes, sir.
here? P orbital is direction in nature, and the shape is called what? Dumbbell shape. Radial spherical nodes. Already I discussed about this one. For 2p orbital, how to calculate the radial nodes? Isn't it? A formula already we discussed this one. How to calculate angular nodes? Angular nodes nothing but what? L value.
Identify the direction.
Yes? Bole better.
Identify the direction.
What?
So direction नहीं समझ में आया sir, direction.
See, these orbitals we are writing now, which direction they are having? 3-dimensional. Y-axis, Z-axis, they are called dimensions, directions. So the orbitals are present. That means the probability of finding the electron is presented with here. Here actually it is present actually in this here. In which direction the probability of finding electrons in this way it is formed actually. The shape of the orbital is nothing but here. This is nothing but actually what actually it is. Probability of finding the electron here it is maximum actually. So when you draw a diagram here, wherever the probability of electron is maximum, which shape you are going to get here? Dumbbell shape. That is on which axis you are having here? Z axis like this. So in this way they are getting some directions here. That means they are having 3 dimensions direction they are having actually. Next, these are already discussed here. Nodal plane. Nodal plane, let me see here. Nodal plane we didn't discuss here. Nodal plane means what? The plane through which the node is passing, isn't it? So for px orbital, the nodal plane is what? YZ plane. So you observe here what happened. Chetan asked just no question, no, I think. I didn't understand direction here.
Yes, sir.
Have you observed beta? On y-axis, are you observing any orbital on y-axis? For this pz orbital. The pz orbital for this one. Are you observing any electrons on x-axis and y-axis? Tell me, beta, Chaitanya.
No, sir.
No. That means the nodal plane means the plane which is passing through the node. The plane which is passing through the probability of finding the electron is 0. That plane is called nodal plane. So here the x and y, they are comes nodal planes here, where the probability of finding the electron is 0. For px orbital, what will be the nodal planes here? Y-axis and z-axis. These two are what? Nodal planes. For py orbital, isn't it? Z-axis and x-axis, they are called what? Nodal planes. Understood here? So here, why they are actually this diagrams they are having? See, whenever if you draw a diagram, wherever a probability of finding electron, we are getting on y-axis this shape here. So the shape is given actually dumbbell shape like this. So here we are discussing this one nodal planes. For px orbital, the nodal plane is yz plane. For py orbital, the nodal plane is xz plane. Pz orbital, the nodal plane is xy plane. So even though if you don't know anything about the planes here, you just see here in yz. See, for example, there are x and yz are there. X and yz. So px orbital, the remaining will be yz. For y, the remaining will be xz. For z, the remaining will be xy. Even though you don't know anything, you can also give the answer. In examination, if they ask what happened, which nodal planes are there for py orbital, xz plane, we can easily give the answer. The remaining order make that, isn't it? This is about the next. P sublevel is triply degenerate. Means what happens? P will have 3 sublevels will be there. They are what actually triply degenerate. Here degenerate means what happened? All are having same energy. What is the meaning of degenerated means here? Very simple. Px, Py, Pz. Triply means what happened? 3. These are degenerate, are having same energy. They're having what? Same energy they're having. Okay. So how many sublevels are there in the p orbital? 3 sublevels. What are they? Px, Py, Pz. They are degenerated, triply degenerated orbitals. Now let me take d orbitals. Lastly, we'll take what? The shape of the d orbitals. Let me see here. The shape of what here? D orbitals. Let me see here. Now d orbital shape is a double dumbbell shape here. The shape here called double dumbbell shape. Then how to draw the diagram here? Here also very simple. Double dumbbell shape. How we draw actually? First of all, the first orbital is I am writing here dxy. The first one is called dx. This one dxy. This one I am writing. So if you want to draw the dxy, how to draw the dxy? You observe here what happened. Between x and y, you have to draw an orbital. Now let me take where is the x and y orbital. Let me see. X orbital is here. All are you observing or not? X orbital is here and y orbital is here. Now between the x and y, you see this is x orbital. Okay, this one is x orbital and this one is the y. Both are what x only. Now between x and y, draw a dumbbell shape like this here. Draw a dumbbell shape like this. Draw a dumbbell shape like this. You have to draw a dumbbell shape. One dumbbell is complete. Next double dumbbell. Second dumbbell we have to draw on z axis, not on exclusively on z axis. So it will be slide of what? Z axis. Slightly what happened? Draw a dumbbell shape here. Slightly on Z axis. Not completely. Slightly on Z axis here. Slightly on Z axis. So double dumbbell. One dumbbell must be between X and Y. One must be slightly on the Z axis here. For example, I will move to what? From XZ. DXZ. I am writing next one is DXZ. I am drawing next one is DXZ. Now, how to draw dxz? Now, select what? X orbital. Select what? X orbital. This is X orbital. Now select what? Z orbital. This is Z orbital. Now you take this also Z here. Now between these two, I am drawing the diagram. You see, between these two, we are drawing a dumbbell now. Between these two, we are drawing a dumbbell shapes. Okay, we are drawing a dumbbells. Between which orbital we are drawing? You know, X and Z. Okay, now on slightly y-axis, draw one more dumbbell. On y-axis, draw a dumbbell here. Now we got actually XZ. Now how to draw DYZ? Anybody? How do you draw DYZ? How do you draw DYZ?
One dumbbell between Y and Z.
Deepta is there? Deepta Gulabi.
Yes, sir.
Right. Who is speaking? Gulabi or Deepta?
Sir, Gulabi.
Beta, bolo beta, how you draw YZ orbital? First of all, how first dumbbell where we draw? First dumbbell where we draw? Between which axis we'll draw? Which axis we have to draw first dumbbell?
Sir, X and Y.
Arre beta, you are drawing for YZ orbital. Listen to me. You are drawing orbital for YZ orbital. You have to draw first orbital on between YZ only, no?
Yes, sir.
Understood here. For DXY, are you observing screen? Are you observable for you? My screen is observable for you? Is visible for you?
Yes, sir.
Now you see, drawing DXY orbital, you have to draw first orbital between X and Y. Understood? For drawing DXZ orbital, you have to draw orbital between X and Z. For drawing YZ orbital, you have to draw an orbital between YZ. Where is Y? Here it is Y. Now where is Z? This is the Z. Now between Y and Z, between the Y and Z, isn't it? Here it is. You are drawing an orbital. So otherwise what? Here you take. This is also Z only, no? Now draw here. Between Y and Z, draw an orbital. Okay? Next, on X orbital, slightly on X, not completely, slightly on X axis, you have to draw one more orbital. In this way, we can easily remember. Okay? I'm again explaining this one. I will take one example. Again, I will take one example here. Very simple. I will take here D X Y. I'm taking which example here? DXY. Now draw Z axis. This is Z axis. Then what happened? Draw next what happened? Y axis. This is the Y axis. Then draw finally what happened? X axis. After drawing like, you have to draw an examination like this. First to take Z axis, Y axis, X axis. Now what orbital they are asking here? DXY orbital they are asking. Now I have to make an orbital between X and Y. Understood here? I have to make an orbital between X and Y. Where is X here? Here. Where is Y here? Here. Now between X and Y, how to draw an orbital like this? I have to draw an orbital like this. Between X and Y, because they given XY orbital, that means we have to draw orbital where between X and Y, I am drawing the one. Next, second orbital, how to draw Z, because in XY, Z is not there, no. So on Z axis, slightly on Z axis, what happened? We can draw what happened. Not completely what happened, slightly on Z axis, you can draw what happened, one more orbital like this. In this way. This is called what? DXY orbital. Understood here? So now all of you, what you do here, you take a paper after the class, what happened? Take, this is the homework for you. Drawing what? PX, PY, PZ, and finally what happened? D orbital. DXY, DYZ, DZX. Okay? Now, what about remaining two orbitals? These are very, very simple. Even no need to practice also. Now, the fourth D orbital, how many D orbitals are there? 5 D orbitals are there. There are 5 D orbitals. So 3 we are completed. XY, YZ, ZX are completed. Now, what is actually dx square and y square? Next is what actually? Dx square, y square. Here, no need to practice anything here. Dx square, y square is very, very simple to write here. So, on x axis, take the orbital. See, this is x axis. See, this is x axis. Now draw orbital on x axis, draw that means whatever the dumbbell on y axis. Completed. On z axis, we don't have any orbital. Very simple or not? So z axis, y axis, x axis. Z, y, x. X, y, z. Now on y, draw a dumbbell. On x, draw a dumbbell. हो गया. This is completed. X square, y square means on x you are having a dumbbell, on y you are having a dumbbell. On z you don't have any dumbbell. Double dumbbell only you have to draw. Next, finally we'll take what? Dz square. So dz square also very simple. The next fifth orbital is what? Dz square. Now in which what happen? On z axis you have to draw the orbital like this, dumbbell on this, only on z orbital. And next put something, what happened, and draw spherical, because the electrons are moving, what happened, will get, it is showing in just like a planet called, which planet it is, something what, Saturn planet looks, no, same like that you have to draw something. Okay, this is about the dz square. So what, how many orbitals we got until now here? Dz square, dx square, y square, no, sorry, this one is x square. Dx square, y square. This one is actually dyz. This one is dxz. xz. This one is what? Dxy. So total 5 degenerate orbitals which are having same energy for d orbitals. So this is very important topic in examination point of view. Drawing the shapes of d orbitals and p orbitals. Spherical is very simple. S orbital is simple. You have to write a spherical. That is very simple for you. Right? Let me take some discussion about the d orbitals now. Now for d orbitals, the n value must be 3, 4, 5, 6 here. And L value must be 2 and ML values must be like this. Okay. That means 1D is not possible. 2D is not possible. So that means d orbital start from the third principal quantum number. Understood here? The d orbital start from the third principal quantum number. S start from the first principal quantum number. P starts from the second principal quantum number. D starts from the third principal quantum number. F starts from the fourth principal quantum number. Actually. Similarly, G starts from the fifth principal quantum number. Already we discussed this one, which is not possible, which is possible orbitals. First slide only we completed this. So the n values for the d orbital must be 3, 4, 5, 6. L value will be 2, and m is nothing but like this we can write. The middle one always will be 0. The middle one always will be 0. That is nothing but here dz square. And here you can write anything, dxy, dyz, dx square, y square, dzx. Remaining will be -2, -1, +1, +2. These are the ms values actually. Okay. Now it is penta degenerate means 5 d orbitals which are having same energy. 5 d orbitals having same energy. Generally, each d orbital has 2 nodal planes. So nodal plane means, already I told you, the plane passing in which the probability of finding electron is 0. Already I discussed this one. There are 2 nodal planes actually. Next we'll see the node. I'm saying no. I will show what is node actually. In this we are having radius, the probability of finding the electron. So from here to here what happened? Thus you take this as a nucleus. So observe it is a nucleus. So from here to here what happened? The radius, the distance from the nucleus is increasing. Now the psi is nothing but a wave function. Psi is nothing but a wave function here. And this is the radius, distance from the nucleus actually. So the probability of finding the electron here is what? Maximum. I will show this one in this diagram. I will show. Both are same only. Psi square I will take. This psi square is nothing but called orbital. Orbital means, already you know this one. What is orbital? Probability of finding the electron is what? 95%. Okay. Initially at this here what happened? The probability of finding the electron is maximum. Here. Now, as the distance is increasing, isn't it? What happened? The probability of finding electron is nothing but actually what happened? Almost all become what happened? Almost all near to the 0 here. Almost all near to the 0. As the distance increases, what happened? The probability of finding the electron is what? 0. At near nucleus, near to the nucleus, at this point, near to the nucleus, the probability of finding the electron is maximum. So this is possible for what? 1s orbital. Because 1s orbital is near to the nucleus, okay, where, isn't it, the probability of finding the electron is what? Maximum. Here we don't find any type of nodes are not possible. See, we don't have any type of nodes. N is equal to 1, L is equal to 0. Now let me take here what? 2s node. I will take now 2s here. 2s if you observe. Okay. For 2s, how many nodes we are going to get here? One node we are going to get. Already found out n minus 1 formula. 2 minus 1 that equal to 1 node we are going to get. Total number of nodes, and this is the formula for what? Total number of nodes. So 1 node. See, this is the node actually. This is the node. Where the probability of finding the electron is what here? 0. So 1 node it is. You don't have any nodes actually. Next we observe what happened. This is the thing actually. Here it is what? We don't have any node. Last one, leave it this one. This will be the 1s and this one will be the 2s for us, isn't it? So this is about the nodes actually. Psi square is nothing but what? Probability of finding the electron is maximum. That is called what? Psi square. What is node? The region around the nucleus where probability of finding the 0 is nothing but already discussed this one. Psi square is a 0 curve touches something about that region they are called. Probability of finding the electron, that is reason. Okay. So this is about the nodes. Again, this table explain you how to calculate the values for radial nodes or spherical nodes. Otherwise, what happened? Nodal planes. Nothing but what? Angular nodes. Nothing but what? Angular nodes. And number of peaks also. You have observed peaks here, no? How many peaks you got here? These peaks also we can easily identify by using the formula n minus alpha. So these are the different number of orbitals are getting different number of radial nodes, are getting different number of angular nodes, or even nodal planes. Both will be same one. Angular nodes, nodal planes always will be equal only. Okay. So I have completed video based on what? Shapes of the orbital is what completed.